Another FIFA 22 video. Today I'll be showing you how you can do League SBCs for the method that I'm currently using. I call it the Circle of Life League SBC method. And the reason I say that, I think you'll kind of work out as we go along. So going to SBC, we'll save one league to our favourites, which we already have the Saudi League in here. I'm working our way through that. I kind of switch this up quite a bit, but it's always a lower league that I constantly grind. So, and the reason why I switch it around every now and then is just so I don't consistently get bored, and I mix the packs up a little bit, so we get some small rare gold players packs, or we get the rare electrums, and then we just keep switching it depending on how I'm feeling, or every couple of days. And I try and grind this out at the moment, sort of 4 to 5 times a day, if not more. To be honest with you, if I've got a lot more time on my hands. Really quickly to do once you kind of know what you're doing, but I would essentially buy a lot of this out from scratch, and the whole thing will probably cost around sort of 15 to 20k. I will repeat this sort of 4 or 5 times, so knowing that my coins is going to drop around 100k, but obviously with the tradable packs you get in here, so you get the silvers one in here if you pack anything nice, obviously you can resell it on, or if you, there's a pack here which I can't see what it is right now, but you get that, and you get the 2 untradables here. So what I'd essentially say to you guys is pick a lower league, keep filling it out by buying the players naturally. Don't you can do bronze pack method and all that if you really want to, but I just find that buying the players is just quicker, saves a lot of time. I'm all about sort of time over efficiency. I feel like if the grind really wants to pay out, you'll get a player over time that will give you the coins back that you need. So just remember, the right hand side here is untradable, and these 2 untradable packs are going to help you with the rest of the League SBCs, which I'll show you in a second. And then the left hand side here is the tradable packs, which you'll be able to sell on for some coins back for what you kind of outlay on this squad. Now you'll probably already have some players from a lower league already, so you put them in and then just fill the gaps with what you need. So for example, we've got this silver Saudi League team here, and we're obviously missing some players, so we wouldn't fill that out yet. We would actually go out and pick them up, or wait a little while. I tend to try and leave it till we've got about sort of 4 squads if it's normal league, whereas if it's this type of league, I'll just go out and buy what I need to fill out the gaps there and go from there. Now this one's actually a full squad from the same team, so I don't know why these 2 players are actually in there, so I would then go out and buy the rest of the squad to get that part done, and then move on to the next one and keep that circle of life going. So that's why it's called a circle of life, because you're constantly repeating the same League SBC, but buying what you need and going from there, even if it is from scratch and you have no players in your club. So anyone can start this essentially, as long as you have, I would say, over 100,000 coins. Now it's worth saying that this method won't instantly make you coins, but long term it will, because you'll be putting a lot in your club. So when EA release anything in this live section, for example, I don't know, they released a Prime Electrum Players Pack that they've got here. Then SBC came out and they required gold commons, or some gold rares, and it had a certain rating or a certain country or league or whatever it is. Certain players will go up, and you'll make a lot of coins back on that, because you'll have them tradable in your club already, because the League SBC will have that. And then if you actually want to complete that, you'll be able to do it, because you'll have untradables in your club, which will then get you an extra pack for your grind, whether that's for Team of the Year or that's for your grind where you save up for some packs and then open them all at once. Now, I opened all my packs up the other day. I think, well, I said the other day, literally a couple of hours ago. I've released a video already on that, and you would have seen what I've got. But the reason I did that is because I wanted to fill up my club to a point where it was at the brim, and I could start doing the sort of circle of life sort of technique that I'm working on. And the reason why I call it that as well is obviously you can repeat that method there consistently, but then what you're doing at the same time with the untradables and anything else you store in your club, you're constantly filtering out these other leagues here. So for example, go into League 1, we'll see what we have, and we'll go, right, what we have here? Okay, we need, I'll use gold for this one realistically. If I can do so, put that in. Oh, perfect. I have all these golds here which will fit perfectly into this. Now we need 3 rares, so we'll take that guy out there, and we'll dump this guy in there. We won't really pay much attention. We've got all we need in there. Happy days. Send that off. That's another pack for us to open. Go straight to it. We'd open it straight away, because we need the players back in the club again, and we get a Libertadores, so we know he can potentially be used. We then got 2 Serie A players there, so that's going to fill that up. We've got Prem Bronze there, which is perfect. So that's why the lower leagues is good, because it fills stuff up for you to open in the other leagues when you start getting a lot of golds in that certain league. For example, in that case, Ligue 1. So we're in a good position in that sense now. We've got an extra Prem player that can go into the Prem SBC. We've got 2 Serie A players, silvers, that could go into the Serie A's. We've got a Eredivisie tradable player there, which we'll look to see how much we're selling them for, and we make some coins back there as well. And this is why I think the grind's great, because you can make coins back really easy from the tradable packs, but also stacking your club there, filling it all up again with all League SBC cards, and that's great for the grind, because now we can go back into here and we go, right, where are we at now? Is there any other leagues where we're at what we can do? Can we continue with League Earn? We need it all from the same club, so let's see what we've got in terms of clubs here. I think from memory I was doing alright in is it this one, Monaco? We got 3 in Monaco, so probably won't do that. What about, I did Lille recently. I think Saint Etienne was doing alright on. Got 3. So yeah, you just basically find where you got players in, and then you can start filling it out. So say, for example, I would try and see the league, the club I had the most of, but say, for as an example, that Saint Etienne was the club in this league that I had only 3 players from. I'd go, right, I'll leave that for now, and I'll go off that, and we'll come back to these 2 later, because we're not pushing these packs. We're waiting to fill up our clubs. We're only concentrate on one league, which we'll keep repeating, which is this one. And I'll keep repeating that, and then you could go back into here, and then you'd have enough of these. Or if you didn't have enough of these, you would only have a few to buy, whether it's from Saint Etienne or another club. 100% you would, and you'd also at the same time be getting these silvers for League 1 as well. It's quite an expensive league. A lot of the big ones are, so I tend to like just play it by ear in terms of what you get. But yeah, just keep switching. So keep going across the different leagues, seeing what you have available to you. I've just recently done Bundesliga, so I'm not really having any silvers there at the moment. But with a few rinses of the lower leagues, I should have some. Right, okay. What do we have here? Okay, we're really close here in terms of completing this one. Right, that's great. We would need 3 players. In this sense, okay, I'll buy the 3 players. So we go across to transfer market, would then go to Liga MX, we'd then buy the 3 players that we need, and then we'd open that pack and see what we get. And as you can probably tell, it's just a constant rinse and repeat of doing that and getting to a point where you're happy, and just, yeah, I guess just happy really, because you're going to have that constant circle of life of packs. It keeps your grind alive, because you're constantly getting players in different leagues and different clubs, and the more leagues that come out, the better the grind gets. So we'll obviously keep an eye out for that when EA do that, and obviously we'll be getting fodder from some of these smaller packs as well, which is ideal, because you can do any of the SBCs that come out. Okay, I actually need a gold there, so that's fine. We'll keep him for another run. So I'll just buy a couple here, just to fill up my club, just so I know I've got enough that will fit in. Perfect. So even that there's an outlay of about 1,000, right, just to complete the squad, which is, 100% worth it. Like, there's no doubt in that it's worth it to do. We'll put the golds in, or the gold in that we needed. Right, he's still slightly under, so we'll put in this right back here for the 55. We'll sort that around there, get the max chemistry, and happy days, we'll get another pack. And the grind starts again. What we're going to get in this one? Are we going to get any League SBC cards? Open it up, we get Libertadores, perfect. He can go into the Libertadores when we get to that point. We also get Sudamericana, so that he can go in. We've got Bundesliga, he can go in. We've got a Serie A, he can go in. A couple of silvers here, untradeable, which we can use in future SBCs. Get a couple of dupes, and I'm glad I got some dupes, because then you can kind of see what I do. So you can swap them for duplicates if they're tradable, and send the rest up to trade pile, which will make coins back on. But if you get to a point where it's a duplicate gold, I wouldn't discard it. I would then go over to the upgrade packs section here, in the gold rare upgrades. put in your player that was untradeable, obviously. So for that example, we had Alexis Sanchez. So he's obviously not in Ligue 1. And find him. Okay, he's there. Perfect. I'd then go on untradables. I'd then go low to high, and I'd then go to common golds, I guess, or reg, or just golds in general. Look at players that you can add into here that just switch it around so you can see the different leagues. So there's no Turkish league, so he could go in for the Prem. Obviously, want to keep the Prems. Same with that guy, Turkish. He's fine there. Let's try that. Let's swap them to round. Turkish, Turkish, Turkish. Mexican, we also want him out for, say, this Russian dude. This other Russian here can come in for the Bundesliga player, and then the French guy here can come out for him. Now we've got enough players in there that will give us, a stage where we're happy at. Switch them around, do a bit of playing, work out, get the chemistry. Right, there we go. We got the chemistry perfectly. Get an extra rare gold players pack, which you can save if you want to, or you can open it. I tend to open these because they give fodder and give rares, so it's fine. So you've got your duplicate there, you store him back in the club so you don't end up missing out on him. Get yourself an extra pack which you can save for Team of the Year, or you can open it now, up to you. We open it, we get an 83 there, which is going to help with the SBC further down the line. Unfortunately for me, he's a duplicate, so I can, quick sell him for now if I want to, or I can use him in an SBC. I don't think there's anything I can actually put him into now. But, say I wanted to do this PK, I could then put everything in here to get that pack and to get, finish that part of the squad off, and then get this small prime gold players pack, which is then going to give me more players which I can sell on or add into the club, and the whole grind all intertwines. And then when you've done that part, you can then go back into leagues and you can go find another league where you're like, right, where have I got players at? I'm going to check, for example, I'll check the championship. Right, what do I have in the championship for this squad? Right, I need 68 rated. Let's go into here. I think you guys can probably gather now where I'm at with it or what I'm doing, but you can then just sort of go, right, okay, cool. Let's take out these cards here that obviously are no good to me because they don't give me what I want. Okay, we're lacking on rares, are we? Right, there's a rare. Stick him in. We've got the rare requirement. We now get up to 68, and the Derby County player can come in for the Swansea player, I guess. Now we need to the point where we need exactly 11 players from the same club. So, okay, I've messed that up here. So we then need to wait until we get enough from the same club where we can just have a look here. We're pretty close. We've got a couple of Stoke players, a couple of Nottingham Forest players. So in future, we can either decide to put them in and actually just buy that out straight, or we can leave it and then go again. And then obviously every time we're always opening these 4 packs and then saving the end goal pack rare electrons for my Team of the Year grind that I'm going to plan to do eventually. And then I hope that kind of is an understanding of what I meant by the sort of the circle of life. And then obviously the players that you get here are going to give you some income in terms of what. So make sure you're uploading the contracts, any duplicate players, managers, celebrations, etc. And what I would say alongside it is if you are doing this regularly and you are grinding the league, to make the coins back that you're investing, which is obviously in this favorited league here, it's around 20k, so you can actually go into a mass bidding method, so you can just work one out for yourself. Obviously at different times of the day it will be very different, but I'm doing this quite late at night, so for example I would see how much gold Premier League players are going for. Right, I know they sell for 800 within an hour. I'd then go, right, I'll pick up every single player possible under 650. I'll then just bid on all of these, see what I win, and then relist stuff that I win for the guaranteed 800 coins of the sell-on fee, and then basically invest that coins back into doing this squad again. And that's how I repeat it without losing any coins, building up my club and getting to the point where I'm doing any SBC that I want, and at the same time just grinding out everything that I kind of want, well, that I want to, and I can save packs as well. And it's just an ideal grind really. So if you're not doing it already, I would definitely recommend investing some early coins into an early league. You know, one of the smaller leagues. Keep repeating it, get to grips with it, learn the players that you can use, the squads that you need to put into all of them, and really grind it out and know what you're doing inside out, and who, you know, what's going to get your ratings, etc. Make sure you're doing a mass bidding method on this, and make sure you're relisting your cards for profit. And then alongside that, make sure you're at the same time with all the untradables and other players you're putting in your club. You're then checking the other leagues out where you can get extra packs from and extra players from, and grinding that out at the same time too. So basically, I've intertwined every single league SBC into one by just simply repeating one SBC. And that's the simple grind I've been doing ever since I got myself Roberto Carlos for absolutely free, by the way. I'm on exactly the same coins as I was when I started this SBC. If you don't believe me, you can go back and you can check. I haven't moved at all. I've grinded everything out. I had to buy a few players here and there, but the grind kind of paid for it through the mass bidding trading and the players that I packed from League SBCs. And yeah, at the same time, we also got Nkunku from the grind, and Chiellini we've grinded to. You know, Gelson Martins is there, Neres is there. We're at a really nice stage now. We're starting to build up our club massively and getting some really good players in the squad, which means we can update our squads in the future should we want to. And it also allows me now to get to a point where I actually don't need to worry about my first owner road to glory now, because my team's so strong. It's you know, it's good enough to get me the results in week and league every week now. You know, it's at least till team of the year where I can start upgrading again using the packs I've got. So hopefully we pack them, or we've got, you know, a nice coin balance where we might be able to go out and invest in one and try them out should we want to. But I think I won't be doing that. I think I'll be strictly sort of sticking to my first owner road to glory, where I just find that being the most fun, because it's obviously you get excited for a player that you pack because he's going to fit in your team, and that's the whole kind of point of it for me. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions on the grind and why I've updated it and why I've changed this method, then let me know in the comments below. Please do like the video and don't forget to subscribe. We've just hit recently 300 subscribers, so thanks again for that support. Let's get to the next milestone of, say, 400 or 500. Keep moving up regularly. Every day we do uploads of new content, so you can always stay up to date with the new methods that I'll be doing and anything that comes out that I feel is grindable. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good rest of your day, and peace.